Hey, haven't you been wanting to start a podcast?
Yeah, but doesn't it take a lot to make one?
Well, let me tell you about Anchor. It's free, and it's the easiest way to make a podcast. On top of that, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Oh, that sounds amazing. But doesn't it take a lot of work to put my podcast on different platforms?
Actually, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
That sounds fantastic.
On top of that, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So where do I get started?
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. Today we're here to bring you a bonus episode. As you know, the market has been very sporadic. There's been things that we've talked about on this show, from the whole GameStop situation, AMC stuff, but there's a section that people have not really looked into, and a lot of people don't really know about it because it's something that's, for many, is hard to understand, and that's the crypto section of the market. And here with me today, who has some experience in this, is once again Manny.
Hello.
So,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, I'm always.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Okay, why are we doing this episode? So, two factors then that I already spoke to you about. The first factor is that President Joe Biden has signed the $1.9 trillion COVID relief deal. Now, which means that a lot of money is going to be going out to a lot of Americans in the next few days. I want this episode to be a sort of tutorial for people who are interested in getting into the cryptocurrency market. I don't want to I hate hearing stories about people who get scammed or people who lose it all. And when really it's just a few steps and applying a little bit of common sense, you can make a little bit of money, you can make a lot of money, or you can lose it all. The goal is so that I don't want to hear anyone lose it all. So we'll discuss that further. And the second reason is because I know that there's a lot of ears going on right now to Bitcoin, as at the time of recording this episode, Bitcoin has hit how much?
$61,000.
Yeah. 61K.
$61K.
That's right. Now, of course, by the time we record this episode, it could be lower, it could be higher, but there's going to be an interest there. So let's get down to it. Okay. Jesus, I know that you are a little bit versed in what cryptocurrencies are. Do you mind explaining it a little bit to your audience, what a cryptocurrency is in 2 sentences?
Oh,
No, kidding.
Oh, that is that's pretty hard. The simplest way to I've ever explained it to some of the people around me is kind of like a digital coin. It's the only thing it's hard for me to explain is how it goes up and down. That's been always the issue.
Sure.
But it's the way I've explained it to people. It's been just like this digital currency that basically exists.
I'm glad that you said that. That how is it that it goes up and down?
Yeah,
so
it is.
The easiest way to describe it is supply and demand is one of the biggest ways that a coin can go up and down. This brings me to my first topic. Okay, the first topic that we're going to talk about is what exactly is that affects a cryptocurrency's value. Now, There is no company called Bitcoin. I'm sure there is, and they're probably a scam. But there is no Bitcoin. There's no company called Bitcoin. There's no company called Ethereum. There's no company really like that, right? It's just a currency that exists on the internet. It's like having code that no one else has in the world. That's what one coin is. Now, there's also portions of a coin. In saying so, what we can do is people can buy and sell these coins. This is what's known as pumping a coin. Now, Jesus, here's I know that you said you played a little bit with Dogecoin. You've
Yes.
noticed that when you look at Dogecoin, right? It could be at 4 cents, 4.5 cents, and then it'll be 4.555 cents, and then it'll be 0.5557 cents. So what drove it to go from 0.002 up? Well, a lot of that is based on buy orders. So I'll now explain that, which brings me to my second step, right? The pump and dumps. So this is a very popular definition that I want everyone to get familiar with. It's a pump and dump. This is the one that a lot of people are going to try to get you to fall for. Now, Jesus, let's say I came up with something called Manny Coin, okay?
Okay.
So I can write up a whole paper. It's known as a white sheet, okay? I don't have the best grammar, so you'll probably know it's awful, right? But all right. But if my white paper says, Manny Coin promises, that for every 100,000, coins that you have, your chances of getting a blowjob will increase, by 10%, right? Oh, wow. So if I get 1 million of these coins, I'm guaranteed to get a blowjob. Well, I mean, no, but it makes empty promises. I could then say, to prove this, right? I've been talks with, Hotel Burlesque in Denmark, right? And, we're talking about, that this is going to be the only coin that they're going to accept. We also have, I have, Bill Gates is, subordinate. He's on board, he's agreed to come on board and supervise this project. So they will talk a great game. They will tell you that this is the best fucking coin. This is the next Bitcoin. This is going to make Bitcoin look like garbage, right? Man, this is what it's going to be. The reality of it, though, is that it's trash. There's nothing behind it. But the reason I'm trying to sell you on this coin is because I want as many people to buy this fucking coin. Because if I am holding 1 million of these coins, at that point, I'm known what's considered a whale. A whale is someone who has a very high value of a coin, a stockpile of it. What they do is they have 1 million of this coin. This coin is currently worth, just for the sake of argument right now, okay? It's worth 1 cent, okay? Let's say, Jesus, just as a very simple calculation, okay? I bought this coin when it was 0.5 of a cent, okay? I have spent $500,000 on this coin. If I were to get, and I rally, let's say 100,000 people to buy 1,000 of this coin, what that's going to do is that's going to drive the price up, right?
Yes.
Now, where it'll drive the price up. So something significant, like 100,000 people buying 1,000 coins, is going to make the market on that go up. That is potentially can lead that coin to be worth let's say 1.5 cents. It goes up by a penny. Now, that doesn't mean shit all to anyone, right? So if you bought 1,000 coins at 0.05 and it goes up by a penny, how much did you make? You have 1,000 coins and it's worth 1 cent profit. What is that?
I have 1,000. They were worth a half a penny.
Yeah, now they're worth 1.5 pennies.
Now they're worth 1.5. So I've tripled my investment. So I spent 1,000. So I'm at close to a little over near $3,000 if I did the math right.
Well, no. So you have 1,000 of the coin. right?
Oh wait,
And that
I thought you said I spent $1,000. Never mind.
no. Oh, you bought 1,000 of that coin, right?
Oh, okay.
What you did was you bought 20,000 of that. So sorry, you bought
Yeah, I was
1,000 of
like,
that coin, right? You only
yeah,
bought a
okay.
thousand of that coin, okay? And just to make it easy, right? Yeah, that's what you did, okay? That coin is
Yeah.
now worth, 1.5. You've made 15 bucks, okay? Off a 15 cent off a 50 cent or 15 cent investment, okay? Our math is probably wrong, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
So here's what happened. That person, though, who paid $500,000 when it was 0.5 of a cent, now this guy turns around and
Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I want to get the math right for people because
no
actually,
problem.
I got because then it'll be easier to understand. So, okay, so we start out this Manny coin. For now, we're going to be calling it Manny coin.
Right.
Manny coin is sitting when we started sitting at 0.005, so half a penny basically.
Exactly.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
1,000 of it, and that means that I spent roughly $5. That's how much I spent on it.
Right.
It's gone up to a penny and a half.
Right.
So now, with this scenario, we are sitting at let's see here. My investment of my $5 has gone up to let's see here. Come on. Let's see here. 1.5. Yep, exactly 15. So I have made $10.
Exactly.
Right? Audience,
Now,
that's how the math works right there.
right. Now apply that to someone who spent $100,000.
Okay.
How much have they made?
So I can tell you right now, $100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So doing the math, if he originally invested at the let's see here, so 100,000, bought it for divide that by 0.005. That's sitting at that person if they invested $1,000, 100,000, 100K.
Right.
Let's do 100K. They would have 20 million Manny coins. That's the MC.
Right.
So after it has gone up to the price of a penny and a half, that 20 million will now 20 million will now be worth. Let's see here. Do the math correctly. Want to get this accurate? 300,000. So they have once again tripled their investment.
Exactly. They tripled their investment by literally convincing a group of people to invest $5 into a coin.
And yes.
So what does this person? So now you're asking yourself, what does this person have to gain? There you go. That's what this person has to gain. Now, here's the kicker. Why is this now? This seems like a win-win scenario for everybody, right? But the problem is it's not. Because when it eventually comes out that Manny coin is full of shit, much like Manny, right? Right? When it comes out that Manny coin is full of shit, that price is going to drop because a lot of people, because when this guy sells his 20 million coins, do you not think that is going to drive the price down?
Yes.
So it's going to drive the price down significantly. And that's exactly what these pump and dump schemes are. They are going to try to make you to do all these things. Now, this brings me to my other term, which is known as altcoin. If we were referring to if Manny coin would be considered an altcoin basically means it's a coin that is not popular, if you want to use stock terms, it's a non-blue chip stock term. It's a penny stock, okay? That's the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Now, altcoins can be very lucrative because in that scenario that I just showed you, but then there's also, every coin starts somewhere, right?
That is true.
Like,
yes.
There is a coin called CHZ, which at the time of speaking is at about 80 cents American. This coin, about 3 weeks ago, it was starting at 3 cents. So if you had invested $500 into that coin and you bought $500 worth of that coin at 3 cents, you would have a significant portion. If you sold that coin at when it reached its high earlier today at $1.10, you would have close to, just ballparking it, $50,000. Okay?
Okay.
That's just, how the hell did this happen, right? These are what these altcoins do. Now, to name off some of the stable coins, we're going to name off the three most popular right now that people have heard of. The first one, obviously, being Bitcoin. The second one being Ethereum. And the third one, in my opinion, of course, being Litecoin. These are the top three coins so far. There are other coins out there, but they're not as popular as mainstream media or as mainstream. These are coins that are always guaranteed to bring back some sort of revenue in the long term. Now, of course, anything could drop tomorrow. Biden can sign in a thing like no one in the United States is allowed to buy cryptocurrency, and that's going to destroy the economy. But that also brings me to another point. How on earth is it that these things are allowed to exist, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure people have heard, that shady ass people are paid in Bitcoin, right? Someone does, let's say you hire someone to commit insurance fraud. Well, you're not going to leave a paper trail. What do? You pay them in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency leaves literally no footprint. So that's exactly what some of these things are. And this is exactly how some of these things work. So that's something that you guys need to be aware of, that people need to be aware of, that this is what some of the people use this for. So but there's other real world value. There's other real world uses for it, right? And that's what some of these companies are always going to try to tell you. Again, going back to Manicoin might, again, what was my promise again, Jesus?
Blowjobs.
Exactly. Okay. So that's exactly what it does it. But then there are other real ones. Like, for example, an altcoin that I particularly like is VeChain. Now, VeChain is not exactly very highly valued, but the VeChain's plan, the plan that they have, and they have done some tests, and they weren't as successful as they wanted to, obviously, but the idea is a good one, is that, Jesus, have you ever, like, bought a product and, like, thought, like, this is a knockoff? Like, like, let's say, your Apple screen, let's say your iPhone screen breaks or your Samsung screen breaks, and you buy a replacement screen. Now, there's a chance that that screen might not be an authentic Samsung screen or an authentic iPhone screen. If the point is that if you had purchased it with VeChain, VeChain actually lets you track to which manufacturer it was done. At least that's the gist of it.
Okay.
Right? So that's a real world working product. Another popular one that I'm sure you have heard of, and I'm sure a lot of people listening to this have heard of, is XRP. Have you heard of it?
No, actually, I have not.
Ripple? Does Ripple ring a bell?
That one does actually sound.
So Ripple and XRP. Ripple is actually a sort of, it uses the same blockchain technology. Right now, blockchain is way too complicated to explain, so I recommend everyone to do their research on it. But the Ripple blockchain, a lot of banks use that. Okay, XRP is like a byproduct of it. Think of the Ripple blockchain as the tree, and XRP is the fruit. Okay.
Okay.
So now what's happened is this: XRP went through an insane amount of growth. If you want, just to give you an example, I'm going to pull up the information right now because you guys are cool. XRP right now is currently valued at 57 cents Canadian. By the way, I'm Canadian. Okay. In January, no, hold on. Where is this? Yeah. In January of 2018, that coin went up to $4.80 Canadian, and then it crashed. It just died. But before that, though, there was a very steady climb of it going up. Now, here's the thing about XRP. XRP was, before this, it was marked for about a year and a half. It was at 5 cents, 4 cents. And people were picking it up by the dozen, by the bundle. They were picking it up by the 10,000s. Okay? What happened? Now, it went up in price because It was announced not by some schlub on Twitter. It was announced by Western Union, MoneyGram, and a couple major banks that they are going to be testing money transfers using XRP. Now they're doing that because they want to reduce the fees. Because the whole point of it is that a financial coin like XRP would be like, Jesus, you're Mexican, right?
Yes.
So let's say you wanted to send money to your cousin for his birthday, okay, in Mexico. You wanted to send them, $100, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's say if you send it through Western Union, the Western Union fees are like what, like $6, right? Something like that.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly, okay? If you were to send them XRP and there's a place that accepts XRP, the fee is 0.2 of an XRP. 0.2 of an XRP at $4 is like, Jesus, it's less than 20 cents. Okay? And that's
Okay.
what I mean. Or it's definitely less than, 60 cents. So that's what the whole point of it was, is that if Western Union, MoneyGram, and these other banks, if they can do worldwide transfers, avoiding these massive fees with a secure blockchain, then that's very beneficial, right?
Yes.
So that working product, it was announced, and a lot of people bought it up, and it just drove up the price. If you take a look at the price schedule, it literally dropped. It dropped like it was hot in 2004. That's how it dropped. Okay? Ooh, it died. It literally died. You want to know why it died, Jesus?
Why?
Because the owners of the fucking company sold their 2 million bags when it reached an all-time high.
That's about right, yeah.
When the owners of the company sell their stock, if you want to call it that, sell all their assets in the company, does it not look shady that the company's like, why you don't believe in your own? If the owners don't believe in their product, why the fuck is anyone going to do it?
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and they're actually being sent to court. There's a lot of court battle and stuff like that. So XRP really was an example of, I'm not going to call it a pump and dump scheme, but it definitely was something that the owners pumped up and made themselves super rich and basically fucked everyone over, right?
Yes.
And the people who bought this coin, who bought 100,000 of them at $3-4, they've been stuck with this coin at 20 cents, 25 cents. So think about the profit, think about the loss on that.
Ooh, crazy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
And that's what I mean. So how do you avoid these things? Okay? Well, as I said earlier, you need to do your research. Find out, what's this person promising? If this person is shilling a coin, chances are they have something to gain. If it's one person shilling it, like again, if it's just, for example, if it's just me trying to pump my coin, Manny coin, and I'm pumping it on Reddit, cryptocurrency, I'm pumping it on Reddit moonshots, crypto moonshots, I'm pumping it on Twitter, I'm pumping it literally anywhere that is not a heavily regulated social media platform, then there's a chance it's a shill. But if you were to do your research, and you would see that there's different, more legitimate websites, talking about this, then there's a chance that there could be something legitimate about this. So that's what I want people to know. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's say, now that, like, Jesus, do you feel that we've given your audience a fair understanding of what a cryptocurrency is, what a pump and dump scheme is, and what to look out for, and what is it, how to protect themselves, or what to look out for? Would you say that we've done that so far?
So far, yeah, it's
Okay.
been very simple and clear. Like I've been following along. I like I said, I have a fairly understanding on this. I've been doing the stock market, the crypto, for about a year myself, and I have some knowledge of it. So we're like, for anyone listening, we're trying to give you guys a basic understanding, as simple as we can, to avoid avoid trying to lose as much money as you're trying to invest, but also giving you the ability to acquire some of a chance to earn some money. The best way I can put it is like, if you're still having trouble, listen again, and even if you're having trouble more, just come to our chat, and we'll even continue chatting about it on our Discord server, because there's more. This is not something that's going to go away. Crypto will be something that's going to be it's been going for how long has crypto now been going for?
Okay, this brings me to a very funny story. Okay. And we're just going to deviate for a second. Back in 2016, I actually received an email, and it was, I forgot where it was from, and I found it in my inbox. It was actually a place saying, now I guess this was the original pump, right? If I would have spent $800 on this, imagine I would have ballooned
80 bucks.
11 coins times right now 61,000. I have fuck you money at that point.
Let's see. To give you the exact number.
Yeah.
You have four.
That's the thing. This is how people have. Of course, no, you cannot live in the past. This is a term known as FOMO, fear of missing out. This is what a lot of these fucking bastards are going on the 1 cent pump. You can get in on the 2 cent pump. You can do it. Is my cutoff. Am I going to be satisfied with a 20% increase?
That is actually a pretty good state that's currently happening with like the couple dollars here and there on different things. And I was kind of telling the rest of my family, you should try doing some of this. It's kind of this is an interesting way to let your money that's kind of just lying around work for you. And then within the last probably, I want to say 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, there's been a lot of spikes in Dogecoin. The highest it went was like 8 cents. Right. So, like we did with our earlier math, like if I would have invested a lot more money, a little bit more than $20, I would have had it. Like Manny said, fuck you money.
Could you imagine if you would have okay, when did you guys get your first relief payment? When did you guys get that?
Oh, that was to
your Donald Trump bucks.
That was early Corona. Let's see here. First stimulus check date was when was that? Well, my stupid Google. Just give me a date. When was it? That was sitting at there it is. Late April. So just around this time.
Late April?
Just around late April.
Okay. All right. So just for shits and giggles, okay. Let's say it was April 21st. Okay. Or you know what? Let's say whatever. Okay, let's just say May 12th. Just shits and giggles.
Sure.
Okay?
Let's do May. Yeah, let's do May.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's do that, right? The coin was at, just to do some quick math for you, okay? It was at 0.0. Hold on. Wait. It was at 0.000918. So not even a full fucking cent. 0.00918. Okay?
0.00918.
Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. We are going to divide that by 20. Okay, so let's take a look at, you know what? Let's, how much was the first stimulus payment again? I'm sorry?
First one was 900. Yeah, 900.
900? I thought it was more than that. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's say it was $900. Okay?
Okay.
We divide that by 0.000918. That is 980,400. Okay? All right? I hope everyone is with me right now. So, if you would have spent your full $900 stimulus check, you would have gotten 980,400 coins.
980,000.
400 coins. Okay.
400. Okay.
Now, if you would have sold that money when it was at, let's just say no one has the true foresight, but let's say they sold it at 6 cents. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's fine.
You would have made $58,824.
That is a pretty penny. Yes.
So that is a $57,000 gain in less than 8 months.
Ooh.
All right. And here's the funniest fucking part. Dogecoin is a fucking joke. There is no intrinsic value. There is no company. There's nothing behind Dogecoin. And this brings me back to the pump and dump schemes. Do you know who the fuck made this coin go up so high? I'll give you a hint. He's battery operated and quite possibly could be a supervillain.
Yes, our meme lord, Elon Musk.
Exactly. If you take a look when the coin was up at 6-7 cents, this bastard was tweeting the shit out of it. He was making memes. He was doing all this, and he was driving the price up. So, in doing so, it made interest in the coin. It brought it up. People were buying it. As we discussed earlier, Elon Musk, how many followers does Elon Musk have, Jesus?
Twitter, he is sitting at, let's see here. We are a professional podcasters. Elon Musk is sitting at, wow, way more than I thought. He's sitting at 48.9 million followers on Twitter alone. Just Twitter alone.
48.9 million followers. If 6% of those people were like, fuck it, I'll drop $20 on Dodge. What? This is a joke. Oh, fuck it, I'll do it. Right? What the fuck's this guy Dodge talking about? I'll drop $10. I'll drop $5. This is a joke. It's so funny. Look at Elon. Well, hey, those people who fucking bought back in April are, yes, Elon, continue tweeting, you crazy motherfucker, because their price is going up and up and up. So, do you understand now the power of social media?
Oh yeah, I've
exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah,
like I'm like following it, like what's happening. If he said something, is it almost time for me to sell? I'm watching his tweets right now.
Can you do me a favor, Jesus? If you're on Elon Musk's tweet account, can you tell me how much did he tweet about between February 6th and February 20th?
To hear from February, so
yeah, February 6th to February 20th.
About
Dogecoin.
Looking at it because he's a big meme lord on.
Oh God, yeah, he's just. I told you, this man is a supervillain.
So looking at it, it looks roughly every 5th or 6th tweet is about Dogecoin or cryptocurrency. The last one he was talking about was actually Bitcoin more recently.
Right. Exactly. So, do you understand how someone like him influences the market?
Yes, I do. And I hope everyone listening understands that too.
Exactly. So, what I want everyone to do, everyone listening, is we are going to get in how you start off an exchange. But I want everyone, as their first move, to just invest $5 in Dodge. And what you're going to do with that money is set alerts. Jesus, if you can edit that, right?
No, we can kind of, yeah. Wait.
Right.
I got something. I got something for that. Wait 1 second. I got 1 second for that. Okay, now we're back.
All right. So as we just discussed, right? Keep an eye on Elon Musk's tweets, because when he tweets out, it drives the price up of whatever the hell he's talking about. So now this is where we are going to get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Everyone has listened to what drives up the price. You should be able to understand the pump and dump schemes, how to recognize them, and how to protect yourselves from them. Now we're going to talk about starting a cryptocurrency, getting your feet wet in cryptocurrency. Okay? To do this, you're going to need a smartphone or a computer, preferably a computer. Okay? Secondly, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to select an exchange. An exchange, a very popular exchange in the United States is Robinhood, if I'm not mistaken, right?
And it's gone downhill a little bit, but
Yeah.
it works. It works. It does its job.
Another popular exchange that I personally recommend, because I'm very familiar with it, is Binance. Now, have you heard of Binance?
No. Do
Okay.
explain.
Binance is a cryptocurrency exchange that is not only very secure, it's gained a lot of notoriety, and it's probably in the top exchanges because it accepts a lot of people worldwide into their exchange. Remember I was telling you off screen, right? Before the podcast, I told Jesus that a friend of mine that lives in the Philippines, he was able to make enough money on a coin, on an altcoin, that is the equivalent of his 1 year salary. He did this on the exchange known as Binance. Now, what we are doing right now is I am going to explain this Binance, but all the principles that I'm going to explain, they're transferable to every exchange. Okay? Every exchange, much like Robinhood, in order for you to sign up, it's going to require you to provide your information. Things like name of, birthday, your name, possibly your social insurance number, but it's also going to require you to submit identification, such as your passport, your driver's license, and maybe a utility bill. This is common. This is practice. This is just like if you were signing up for Robinhood or anything else, because it's anti-money laundering. A lot of these exchanges need to operate. The big ones, they are allowed to operate properly because they are regulated on, I don't want to say regulated, but they are not given so much grief because they follow anti-money laundering laws. Okay?
It's being monitored.
Yeah, it's being monitored in a way. They police themselves to avoid that. And that's what this money comes in. And that's where it comes in. Is it safe for you to provide this information? Yes, it is. Okay? These places, they understand how much money they're holding, and they do not, risk their thing. Now, there are a lot of shady exchanges out there. One of them being Uniswap. Now, that, I don't want to explain it too much because I don't fully understand it, but the fees in that are astronomical. Like, if you were to take this is where you will find a lot of shit coins. This is where you will find Manny coin, okay? Because now you will take a stable coin, a blue chip coin, as I described earlier, right, on that exchange, and you will use that blue chip coin to buy some shit coins. That's what you're exchanging it for, okay?
Okay.
It's my opinion. It's not worth it. That's like an advanced level shit that has so much risk, and I don't want to get. And the whole point of this sit down is so that we are minimizing people's risk. So for now, we're just going to stick with Binance. Once you sign up for Binance, this is where now there is a waiting period of about 3-4 days. Or it can even, or right now, I think they're working really fast because of the influx, and they're getting people verified within a day or two. Okay? Much like opening a bank account. What they do at this point is, once you are verified, you can now add a credit or debit card so that you can start purchasing Bitcoin, Ethereum, or their own coin. So Binance has their own coin that they use, and the purpose of it is so that you can buy other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, XRP, that CHZ coin I talked about earlier, and any other coins that allow the exchange. This is so that they use their own platform. This is so that they can provide the buyer lower fees. Now, this coin, for whatever fucking reason, Binance has become so popular. Jesus, I'll put it to you this way. As of mid-February, late February, this coin was valued at $80 American or $80 Canadian. It is now valued at about $380. Canadian. This one coin that is just solely for use for the purpose of trading coins on this website, on
Okay.
this exchange. So this coin is worth a lot of money, but I digress. You purchase an amount, let's say
Ooh,
you're not
okay,
going to go in.
interesting.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm sorry to stop you. Apparently, for anyone listening, if you're trying to use Binance in the United States, highly recommend you use a VPN, because it's not letting me do it at the moment.
oh,
I'm
it
currently
doesn't.
doing it. No, it's not letting me do it.
So it doesn't let
Uh,
you doesn't let you sign up in the United States, eh?
yeah, it's interesting. It has a partner platform. It's interesting. Interesting. It's not letting me, but if you are, because I'm as I was saying, I'm trying to do my own research too to follow along, because I want to I want to be part of this with my audience or anyone listening, because
Yeah.
because this is an opportunity for a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I don't want the people, but for any U.S. listeners, you might need to do a VPN. As Manny continues, I'm going to try to see what
Can you
other.
do me okay, let's use a different exchange then. I want you to go to Kraken.
Actually, there is. I'm going to try Binance's US system. So continue. Sorry, Manny, I cut you off.
Okay. All right. So just going back onto Binance, let's say you want to purchase, let's say, $30 worth of Bitcoin. You just go in and you just select, that you want to buy it. You just go to wallet, you just want to go and you just select that that's what you're going to buy. You can now take that $30 worth of Bitcoin and you can go to the markets and you can find whatever it is that you want to buy, what interests you. Now, this is the secret. Now, Jesus, you're probably, the people are probably, have listened to me go on for the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so, right?
Not that long, actually.
Not that long.
About 20, 30 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so they've heard me rant on for about 25 minutes. And they're probably saying, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Now, earlier today, Jesus, I sent you what my overnight gain was, right? It was close to $175 US.
Yes.
Now, my weekly gain has been about 250, and my gains since September have been about $1,100. I started all this on a $100 investment. Okay?
Okay.
So I am in no means an expert. I am just want to share what it is that I did that helped me get to this. Okay. Of course, I wish I had $100,000 capital. Of course, I wish I would have held CHZ when I bought it at 0.04 of a cent. Of course, I wish I would have held Binance coin when it was at $80. Of course, I wish I would have done that. But if we all can go back in time, we all would have bought GME when it was at $4, right? So here's what here's what we do. What I do is I go to the markets tab. In the markets tab, I search by what is the lowest priced coin on the market right now. So right now there is a coin, lowest priced coin on the market, right? For Bitcoin. It was a Bitcoin exchange. Again, remember, like I said, you can use Bitcoin to buy different coins, or you can use the Binance coin, or you can use other types of coins to buy different coins. Okay? So think of it as this is the common denominator. But what I do right now is if I take a look at the lowest price coin, it is called PHB, which is at 1.3 cent American. Okay?
Okay.
This coin is 1.3 cent American. There is a market cap of $11.1 million. So that means that overall right now, and everyone owning this coin, there's $11.1 million. Okay?
Okay.
And 50%, and there has been about 50, volume in the last 24 hours. So what does that mean? That means that this coin is active. Okay? That means that this coin is not just sitting there. There's people trading this coin. So here's what I do. I go and I buy $25 worth of this coin. If this coin happens to jump up to 2 cents, which is, again, very possible because there are people out there who are thinking exactly like I think. This coin jumps up to 2 cents, or 2.5 cents, I've just doubled my money. This coin goes up to 3%, I've tripled my money. This coin goes up to 10 cents, I've again, you get the idea, right?
Yes.
But let's say this coin goes down to, it's at 1.3 cents right now. This coin drops down to 1 cent exactly. Well, I've lost some of my investment. The question is, I don't want to be monitoring this price all day. What do I do so I don't monitor this? What you do is you do a stop sell. What a stop sell is very much what it is in terms when you look at the market and you trade stocks. You put an order on the website and you say, if this coin reaches 1.1 cents, I want to sell 100% of my coins. I want to sell 50% of my coin, or I want to sell a other, specific number of these coins. This is how you protect yourself. Now, you can also do the opposite. You can do a put, a buy. You can also say, I am going to buy, I am going to sell these coins if right now this coin again is 0. So like right now, Jesus, it just dropped to 0.12, okay? As we're talking. Because, I'll explain in a minute, how this happened, okay? No, wait, another coin dropped down. Oh, sorry, I'll explain that in a minute, okay? But what's going to happen now is that if this coin goes up to 2 cents, I don't want to monitor it to go up to, to look at it all the time. I'm going to put a buy order, a sell order. So rather than putting the sell order at, 1 cent, I'm going to put the sell order at 2 cents. So if it goes up, it's going to automatically sell my currency. Now, of course, the downside of that is if, you sell it at 2 cents, but then it goes up to 10 cents or it goes up to 30 cents, you sold at 2 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
You doubled you settled on double your money. Now, this is good, of course. Now, $25 at double your money is $50, right? Or if you lost it all, you lost $25. But if you put in $1,000, right? You double your money, that's 2,000. But if you lose it, you lose $1,000, right? So this is where these stop sells are. So what's better? Is it better to lose $1,000 or is it better to put a safeguard in and lose, let's say, $150?
Save.
Exactly, right? So you need to know what it is that you are doing. You can't just blindly buy and expect it to go up. This is something that you need to monitor. And as we discussed earlier in the show, there's reasons why it can go up. Now, going back to how I identify some of these altcoins, I take a look again on the website and I sort by lowest price. I take a look and I see, I'm like, okay, there are the familiar ones that are in there. Right? There's a familiar one, like I'm always going to see PHB there, or I'm used to seeing CKB. I see these all the time in the bottom, right? Within a week span, 10-day span. But then one day I check it and I'm like, oh, there's a new coin on there, right? Why the fuck is this coin on there? So then I go on the internet and I search Reddit. I search Twitter. I search all the different resources. And I realized that like, oh shit, no one is shilling this coin. This coin just went down because maybe someone, a whale, as we described earlier, someone with like 200,000 or 300,000 of this coin said, fuck it, I'm selling this. And it dropped the price heavily. So now what I'll do is I will then invest, let's say, $50 into that coin. Because now, since that coin is not used to being in the bottom at, let's say, 2-3 cents, that coin is usually sitting at the 10-15 cent market because that coin has value. That coin there is something behind it that people want. And then when that coin increases back to, let's say, 15 cents where it should be, then my $50 investment just became, like a $300-400 investment. This is exactly what's happened with a coin that I recently saw called MBL. It's a coin that, Jesus, I think you would be interested in. It's actually to do with movies. It's actually to do with cinema. Okay?
Ooh, that sounds cool. Yeah.
I saw it there on a few days ago. And I'm like, this coin is not worth a cent and a half. It is not worth it. Or a cent, or less than a cent. It was like a really shit garbage price. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I take a look at it today. Okay? It's called Movie Block, MBL. I take a look at it today and it went up, it's up 160% in the last 24 hours. Now, I sold it. I sold half my shit at when it was at 0.14 and it just went up another 0.18, right? I sold 50% of it because I'm like, I'm going to get my investment and 50% growth on it. And I'm going to leave 50% of it in there to let it ride. Okay. And so far, it's doing me well. And when you're selling it back to Bitcoin or Binance Coin. And this is where the risks come in, right? Am I going to let this ride or am I going to sell this? If this gets to 3.5 cents, I'm selling this shit because let's say I have 20,000 of this coin. Now, Jesus, if I would have I bought this when it was half a cent. Like, just to give you an example, right? I'm going to just, again, I bought this coin I know I bought it this month. I bought it like March 6th or something, right? When it was 0.004 of a cent, okay? That's when it came up on my radar. I'm like, why the fuck is this down here? Because when was it here? Sorry, I bought this, right? Because normally this coin sits in a bit higher, right? It's not, because in terms of volume share, like for example, in mid-February, right, this coin was at 0.006 of a cent, right? And I'm like, why the hell is this thing down here? And then I realize, I'm like, you know what? This coin should not be down here with the bums, with the scrubs, right? This coin has value. So I bought it and there's 160% return on it, right? Actually, to be more specific, okay, because again, this is not me showing off. This is just me explaining it, right? I have a return of investment on this coin of 277%. I've made $55 on this coin because my initial investment, again, was very low. But if I would have gone in with a higher investment, we'd be having a different conversation. We'd be probably having this conversation in person because I would have flown down to visit because I would have had some fuck you money, right?
Yeah.
And this is what people need to understand. So you can apply all this information that I gave you, and you can do this on any website. I just strongly recommend that if you can get on Binance, get on Binance. If it's legal, of course, in your country. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't legal.
Okay,
right?
so no. So I'm confirming now. Binance does not work on mobile. So it won't let you do mobile. Their mobile app won't work on the US thing, but you can do it over the computer. Like Manny said earlier, if you want to start getting into crypto, everyone has mobile devices these days. That's probably how you're listening to this right now. But the best way would be to have be in front of a computer, because I was able to I finished just creating my Binance account as you were talking, and I was listening and following along and stuff like that. And I was looking at some of the trades in the markets you were talking about. And
do me a favor. Can you do me a small favor? Can you tell me if you have access to Coinbase.com and if you're allowed to sign up?
On the website? Okay, what is it? Coinbase.com. Base.com. Oops, I shouldn't have put a space there. Whatever. So far, yeah. Do you need me to make an account?
Yeah, click on Get Started. Let me know if it lets you get started, because it'll automatically detect whether or not you're in the States or Canada. I know I can do it in Canada. Okay, so if you're allowed to make a one in Coinbase, Coinbase has higher fees than Binance. For example, if I wanted to buy $30 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase, it's going to charge me $2 Canadian. Okay.
Ooh, that's
it is. But this is a more secure site. It's more company. It operates more like a business than an exchange. Okay.
I can see that, because as I was filling out their stuff, they are very heavy on securing your stuff. Like, it's asking if you have a mobile device. Make sure this is something overall for internet security. Always two factors authentication on everything.
Right.
So
you need to have two-factor authentication on everything.
So I did that. I even did Google authentication. Just because it does that. So this does make you provide. It gives you the option, but we highly recommend, mostly when you're dealing with finances and stuff like that, do minimum two-factor authentication,
Yeah.
and then you are like required to do your government ID and stuff like that. But
Right.
you know that it's legit at this point.
Right. So, to anyone listening, what I explained in the last 10 minutes about Binance, if you want to do this on Coinbase.com, it is a simpler process. It operates more like a company than an exchange, and more importantly, it is more secure, but it provides higher fees. Okay? If you don't mind paying an extra buck on an exchange, you're good. So now, here's the way that works. If I buy, let's say, $25 worth of Bitcoin, and I just leave it there, and I just want Bitcoin to grow. Okay, I've gotten my Biden bucks, and now I just want to let it grow. Well, if that's what your plan is, if that is all you want to do, if you are listening to this episode and you don't want to trade, and all you want to do is just buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and just let it sit there, Coinbase is your best place to do it. Okay? Coinbase, it operates more like a business. It just has some higher fees. And what I mean by higher fees, it's like an extra buck or two. Okay? But when you're doing a shit ton of exchanges daily, like I do, then you can see why a place like Binance is more appealing to me. Okay?
And one more thing, we are not sponsored by Binance or Coinbase. So this is
please.
we are just giving you options and places to buy crypto. And I personally have crypto in Robinhood, but from what I'm looking at, Binance has the ability to purchase more variety of Bitcoin compared to apps like Robinhood, which are very limited in their crypto choices. So for anyone listening.
Yeah. And this is what I was talking about, right? This is where, again, if someone like me who does the altcoin trade, right? That's why Binance is more appealing to me. But if I just want to take my Biden bucks and let it sit in crypto, I'm going to do it I would go to Coinbase. So now here's what's appealing about Coinbase. And because we've talked about making money, right, Jesus? We've talked about quite a bit of making money. We're going to talk about wallets, okay? I'm sure everyone's heard stories about someone saying, oh my God, my ex-boyfriend's, friend had like 30 Bitcoin and he lost it. He can't access it. Well, the reason he can't access it is because a wallet is literally a digital wallet, right? A digital folder, a digital locked folder that stores your Bitcoin, that stores whatever other altcoin you have. Back in the day, this is the only way that you can purchase these things. Every folder or every wallet has its own unique address. If you lose that address, you lose the backup key, you lose the password for it, you are fucked because it only exists in that space. It's like this. Jesus, think back to your old high school days, okay? Let's say you did your homework, okay? You did your homework and you put it on a Word, you titled it, on your desktop, you titled it, Jesus' homework, and you put, the Word file in that folder, okay?
Yes.
Heaven forbid that there is a flood and it floods your computer. You wake up and your CPU, your hard drive, it's underwater, okay? There's electric eels swimming around it. It is, God just said, fuck you, you're not turning in this paper, okay? Now, is it going to be possible for you to go to another computer and access this folder? Now, keep in mind, there's no cloud access. There's no cloud access to this folder. Is there a way for you to access it?
No.
There's not, right? Now, with cryptocurrency, if you have the backup key, right? Now, think of the backup key as you emailing your homework to yourself. Because now, yes, your homework is underwater, but if you had emailed it to yourself, you can just go into an email and download it onto a different computer, right? But if you had not emailed it to yourself, your homework is done. This is the concept of wallets, is that if you do not have the backup key, you don't have the password, you don't have any backup information, and you've lost your wallet, you cannot get it back. And whatever files are in there or coins, they are lost. Now, this brings me to what are the wallets that we're talking about? Well, in for example, Coinbase or Binance, your wallet for Bitcoin, let's just say it's titled XXX4, okay? And is going to be different in Coinbase because it's going to be XXX7X, okay? Those two wallets, though they are Bitcoin, they cannot be merged. But you can withdraw from one wallet to the other. Now, exchanges all have, whenever you create an account on an exchange and you buy even a small portion, I'm talking like 0.000001 of a currency on an exchange, the exchange creates a wallet for you. What is appealing about a wallet and an exchange? Well, I'll tell you this. If I lose my exchange, if my computer goes for a swim, well, theoretically, I can now go onto, let's say, my brother's computer, log into the exchange, and hey, there's all my currency. Okay? So does that make sense? Do you feel that we've explained what wallets are and how they exist both on a local drive and how they exist on an exchange?
Yes, for the most part, yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, continue.
Okay, so now it brings me to this. You've made your money. You're ready to withdraw. Okay? Here's how you do it. This is how I do it. I take the money. Let's say I sold everything I take all my portfolio, my diversified portfolio, and I sell everything to Bitcoin. I take my Bitcoin and then I transfer all that to, let's say, to my Robinhood wallet or to my Coinbase wallet. And from there, I sell it on that exchange. Why? Because they are a little more secure, or rather, it's just easier for me to sell it there because they're going to ask for your bank account information and whatnot. And since that they are, again, a company that are both, that are based in North America, they have customer service lines. They have a lot, like if something goes wrong, you have a better chance of regaining access rather than everything. And they specialize in this. Now, granted, I'm probably going to pay an extra 0.02% on it, but if I'm cashing out 100 grand, 0.02% is not going to be a deal breaker, if it's more secure for me.
True, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is literally my crash course in cryptocurrency for your listeners.
So hopefully everyone, you've heard this and are more less hesitant. There you go. That's what I want to say. Less hesitant in the world of crypto. We have given you most of the terminology because for the most part, you can re-listen to this. It's not very. It might sound hard at first, but once you kind of see it and understand it, it becomes fairly easy. And it's just another way to handle a different form of currency and a new way to potentially earn a little bit more money. But with the possibility of earning, there's also the possibility in losing it. So we want to give you the knowledge needed to understand when it's good to potentially buy and when it's good to potentially sell, and also giving you the options of places you can the services that are available out there for everyone to have this ability to have a chance to be in the crypto game.
Yeah, and more importantly, and maybe I didn't do a great enough job explaining stop sells. Listen, everyone, they're called stop limits, limit sells, different terminology for it. Before you get into the crypto game, learn that. Learn how to cut your losses, okay? And maybe, when it's time to give up the ghost, as they say on a particular coin, okay? My goal, now this is just me personally, I don't like to lose more than 20% on one coin. of my initial investment. I hate losing that much, right? Because that means that if it lost 20%, it means that there was something that was really wrong that made that much.
Okay. I'm looking currently at the, even the Binance's Twitter and Instagram accounts are pretty popping off too.
Yeah.
So even following the company's site is also very, very useful too.
It is, right? And they're always introducing new projects, new coins. They're always introducing new things. And believe me when I tell you guys, cryptocurrency, it is safe if you know what you're doing, but there are people out there who are going to try to trick you. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the noise. Do your own research. Look at the market. See if it's trading, and ask yourself, if this person is trying to convince me to buy a coin, chances are they are holding a lot of it, and they're just looking to make a quick buck.
And to finish it off, everyone, you should be buying this new Manny coin that will be coming out soon.
True, it comes with blowjobs.
But yes, everyone, we're going to be ending it there, but this is not going to be the last time we'll be talking about this. I think we'll be continuing on this.
Sorry to interrupt you, but are we really ending on blowjobs?
Yes, we are. Because everyone wants a good blowjob here and there. But
right?
But this is not going to be the last time we're going to be talking. Because this, like you said, this is a new market that's been available for a while, but it's more in the public eye, and this is the opportunity for more people to get into it and have the ability to earn this money, and not let the fat cats of Wall Street have just the chance to earn a, like we mentioned earlier, fuck you money. Basically, we want to give you guys the potential to have also fuck you money.
Exactly, right? Because this is before, who knows? By the time this podcast is released, cryptocurrency might have become federally regulated. Right now, it is not regulated by anybody in any government. The only places that are regulated by are these exchanges that they regulate how they pay you out. That's the only that's basically some of the regulation on it. And that's limits. They might say they might only be able to pay you out, 60 grand every week. Okay? But that doesn't mean unless, you provide more validation to the website. But that is exactly what the point of this is that just like how Reddit, oh my God, what was the subreddit again? Wall Street Bets. Just like how Reddit Wall Street Bets, right, turned a $4 stock into a $320 stock, and they gave money back to the average person working 9 to 5, working 2 jobs. If they listened and they went along with this and I don't want to say took their advice, but they went with them, right? They were able to make enough money to help them out, right? And the example again with my friend, who again, he lives in I don't want to say third world country, but he lives in a developing country, but he was able to make enough money on using cryptocurrency that it allowed him to finally be able to take a breather, take a day off, take 3 weeks off, fix himself, get himself in the right mindset, right? To be able to do that, right? This is what this can do for us. If you play it smart, you're not an idiot, and you don't listen to the noise. Okay? And with that said, buy Manny coin.
All right, guys. So look forward to more as we continue to explore crypto. So everyone, thank you again for listening. Manny, thank you for bringing this topic up, and because this is something I really was hoping to talk about. We bring it up here and there on the normal show, but it's not really like the mainstay. It's not, but it is good to talk about because we, as our small community, we want to have the ability to showcase things like this. So, Manny, I hope to talk with you again, and we continue this adventure into the crypto world. And everyone, I hope you join us. There will be a new section on our Discord, just to do the crypto talk. I think that's what we'll call it, crypto talk. And there we can just talk about things and keep an eye on things, and maybe even put a little alert. I'll see if I can find something for that. But if you have questions, go for it.
Anything posted in Crypto Talk, it is not financial advice. It is in no way intended for you to make anything. It is literally just us saying, hey, take a look at this. You do your research and you see whether or not this is something that you want to do.
Exactly. Always do your own research. We are not financial advisors. We are just giving you the knowledge and tools to have the ability to acquire this chance. So, thank you again for listening. Until next time.